I think that a big thing that a lot of us need to have constant reminders of is to always make sure that you have a balance in your life. Everything can be done in moderation, and as soon as you start to lose sight of that moderation and doing too much of one thing or too much of the next, it can start to harm you, even if that thing is what you may deem as super healthy. Only eating a bunch of healthy food could lead to a negative mindset about food or about your body. Eating too much watermelon, or broccoli, seen as super healthy, could hurt you if you're not incorporating other things that will add balance to your diet. Another example, seeing friends too much and not allowing yourself to have alone time. And the reason I'm thinking about all this is because I was about to start like a little craft, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should invite my friend and we should do it together. And then I was like, but why? Why don't I just like do it by myself? And it's really important to remember that spending time alone, off your phone, truly with yourself without distractions is so important for your mental health and for managing your anxiety and your nervous system and your hormone levels. Another example, moderating the amount of time that you spend on your phone. In my opinion, coming from a master's student in clinical mental health psychology, everything you consume is going to affect your physical, mental, spiritual health in some sort of way. Even if that way is so small that you don't notice it at first, it's something so gradual that will begin to affect you, and you won't realize because it is something so little and it's something that happens very gradually. So being mindful of not going on your phone very often, not waiting for specific people to text you, not checking how many people are liking your videos, or how many followers you have today, or if this specific person is giving you attention. If these are things that you're seeking out, your spirit is asking for those things from yourself, and we try and find the easy way. We try and seek out easy dopamine the fastest way possible because that is what is safest for the brain, rather than challenging yourself and trying to dig deep and do some introspection and realize that everything that you are trying to seek from another person, you should cultivate within yourself first. Because no matter how much you try and seek outwards, you are never going to fully be whole through seeking outwards. It's something that you need to dig deep for, okay? My craft today is, I found these lilacs. They smell so gorgeous. First, I had to make sure that they're not toxic to cats because we already had one of those scares and I'm not trying to do all that again. And what I'm gonna do is a little flower carousel. So I'm gonna tie these together with this twine. And then from there, I'm going to tie strings up, make a little loop to be hung, and then from each corner have one of these little flower bundles hanging. I've been contemplating doing this trip for a while, driving out west and going to Oregon and Washington and Northern Cali, and it's something that I've been feeling really called to do because I've been told quite a few times that there's such an incredible community out there and that there's a lot of people like me, and community is something so important to find, because people that challenge your spiritual growth are really special, and it's not something you should take for granted. It's been something I've been seeking out for a while, ever since I've met a few friends that are so dear to my heart, like Veda. Shout out Veda. Just people that are so connected to themselves and the environment are so inspirational, and I want to find more people like that. And so I wanted to drive out west to make more connections and have more of these experiences and find gorgeous nature. Like, I keep seeing TikToks of the rainforest. I think that's what it's called. There's a rainforest in Washington that just looks so gorgeous, and I just want to go there so badly. And it's something that I'm gonna have to do alone, and that's scary. And at first I was like, I'm not gonna go anymore because there's so many unknowns, and I'm a woman, and that's scary in and of itself. But after talking to some of my rave friends yesterday and listening to my friend talk about how he's going backpacking in Europe, this is not something that we should fear. Is not something that we should let hold ourselves back. And I bring this up and I say I'm going alone because community is something so beautiful, but that is also something that should be done in moderation. And I don't feel like I have much of it here for me to even try to exercise that moderation, but it's something that I really want to find so I can incorporate more of that into my life and have more of a balance of that community and that beauty, and find people that challenge me spiritually and to grow and to be more open and loving and whole. A lot of the growth that you do within yourself can be easier sought out when inspired by another person. Like, if you see these people doing all these incredible things, you're noticing it because it's inside you and it's something that you would also like to cultivate. So it's something I want to surround myself with more to incorporate that balance. So yeah, good luck in your balance and moderation journeys, guys. I felt called to share this because that's something my mom has ingrained so much into me. Balance with what you eat, with who you hang out with how much you hang out with them, etc.